Welcome back to the Career Edge, where we talk about how work actually works. I'm Leslie Ferry. Last episode, we introduced the performance loop and why growth starts with a loop, not just effort. Today, we go deeper on the first multiplier, intelligence. And it's probably not what you think. Most professionals equate intelligence at work with what they know, how quickly they understand, how technically strong they are, how well they solve problems. And yes, those things matter. But here's the thing. Knowledge alone doesn't move work forward. Activation does. Activation means recognizing the moment, understanding the context, and bringing the right knowledge forward in the right way. At work, intelligence isn't what you know. It's what you do with what you notice and how you integrate it into your next move. Here's what separates professionals who keep growing from those who plateau. And it has nothing to do with how much you know. It's awareness. Specifically, the gap between what's actually happening around you and what you're consciously registering. You can be extraordinarily knowledgeable and still miss critical signals. Some people call this reading the room, but it goes deeper than that. You can deliver strong analysis, but ignore stakeholder priorities. You can communicate clearly, but miss emotional tone. You can make sound decisions, but fail to bring others with you. That's not a knowledge gap. It's an awareness gap. And awareness is the foundation of intelligence at work. Because you can only process what you notice. You can only improve what you can see. At work, intelligence is the ability to notice what's happening, not just what's on the agenda. Interpret what matters, not just what's being said. Connect information to context, not just in isolation, and act accordingly. It's situational awareness. It's relationship intelligence. It's knowing that the same idea delivered two different ways or in two different situations produces two completely different outcomes. It's recognizing when a meeting shifts. It's sensing when alignment isn't actually alignment. That's intelligence in motion. For individuals earlier in their career, expanding intelligence means strengthening situational awareness, not just solving problems in front of you, but noticing what pressures are shaping this decision. How might my message land differently with different people in this room? What does this moment actually need from me right now? For managers, the scope widens significantly because managers aren't just interpreting their environment. Managers are designing it. That distinction matters enormously. When you're leading others, your intelligence needs to include what environment am I unintentionally creating? Where is ambiguity generating friction I'm not seeing? What patterns keep repeating across my team? And what do they tell me? Individuals interpret their environment. Managers design it. Both require expanding what you notice. Remember the elite performers from last episode? The athlete reviewing film isn't just watching what happened. They're noticing what they missed in the moment, the signal they didn't process, the opening they didn't see. A jazz musician does the same thing. After a performance, they're not just replaying the notes. They're noticing where they lost the room, where the energy shifted, where their instincts led them somewhere unexpected, and what that means for next time. They're expanding awareness deliberately. That's performance engineering. And here's what makes this expandable. Intelligence at work isn't fixed. It's built. You widen it by paying attention to signals beyond your immediate task, by asking better questions, by looking for context, not just answers. And these answers elevate what you produce. That's real growth. After your next meeting or significant interaction, before you move on, ask yourself, what did I notice about the room that I wasn't expecting? What signals might I have missed while I was focused on my contribution? What were others likely experiencing that I wasn't tracking? What assumptions was I operating from without realizing it? These aren't reflection questions yet. That's the next episode. These are awareness questions, the raw material that makes everything else in the loop possible. Because if intelligence is narrow, reflection will be narrow too. You can only reflect on what you noticed. You can only adjust what you examined. You can only engineer what you can see. Intelligence at work isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about understanding the room. Not what you know, what you notice. That's the first multiplier in the performance loop of intelligence times reflection times adjustment equals growth. Next episode is reflection and why most professionals think they're doing it when they're actually doing something else entirely. The performance loop is the foundation of Zandra, the career growth partner we've built at Brise. If you want to experience what this looks like applied to your own work, try First Insight at myzandra.ai. It's free, takes less than 10 minutes, and there's no sign up required. Zandra will guide you through a focused conversation that helps you see how your own loop is running, your strengths, your patterns, and where a small shift could make a real difference. There's a link in the description. And if this series added something to how you think about work, be sure to share it with someone else who will benefit too.